everybody. I'm so glad you joined us today. We're going to be having a lot of fun here today in Kid Street. We've got a really great lesson planned for you. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then later on, we're going to get together and we're going to make an awesome craft. So y'all get ready to worship, get ready to have some fun, and just enjoy this day.
My God is strong. He'll do anything big or small. Nothing is impossible for a super wonderful God. Every day I can know God is always there for me and my family. Every day I can know greater is the one who lives inside me. Super big, super strong, super wonderful God. Super big, super strong, super wonderful God. Our God is strong. He'll do anything big or small. Nothing is impossible for a super wonderful God. Every day I can know God is always there for me and my family. Yeah, every day I can know greater is the one who lives inside me. Super big, super strong, super wonderful God. 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 Super big, super strong, super wonderful
We're learning about the armor of God and how soldiers wear armor to protect themselves. You know, we're not at a war against people, but we are at a war against powers of unseen evil. And but not to worry, you know, because God tells us that we're on the winning side. We're on God's side. And we have this special armor to put on, and it includes the shield of faith. So we're going to put this on our guy here. How about over here? You know, the shield of faith goes on to help protect our hearts. And when we have faith in God, we believe that He is who He says He is and that He's going to do what He says He'll do. Putting our trust in God is how we fight evil with truth. So today we're going to meet a guy in the Bible who had major faith in God. Hi, I'm Noah. I love God very much. My family and I lived at a time when everyone disobeyed God and made him sad. That's my wife. Hello. My son, Shem. Howdy. My son, Ham. What's up? And Japheth. Yo. And their wives. Hi. Hello. How are you? Our lesson today is going to be in Genesis chapter 6. And I'm going to begin reading in verse 5 here. Now the Lord observed the extent of the people's wickedness, and he saw that all their thoughts were consistently and totally evil. So the Lord was sorry that he had ever made them. It broke his heart. And the Lord said, I will completely wipe out the human race that I have created. Yes, I will destroy all the animals and the birds too. I am sorry that I ever made them. But Noah found favor with God. One day, God spoke to me. He was very angry. God said that people had filled the world with too much violence, and he was going to destroy everyone and everything. God told me to make an ark because he was bringing a flood. A man named Noah is reported to be building a very strange boat. According to our reporters, the boat has no sail, no rudder, and no outside deck. Inside are hundreds of cages and pens for animals, plus a family living area. There is no nearby body of water deep enough to float such a ship. But Noah insists that it's going to start raining any day now, and that there will be a great flood, though weather experts do not predict rain in this region for some time. God told Noah to make an ark, which is a big, big boat. He gave him precise measurements, and he even told him in the Bible what sort of wood to use and how to construct it and how to put it all together. Noah believed God, even though what God said would happen had never really happened before. Noah had faith in God. All the other people laughed at Noah and his family. They made fun of them and their faith. I worked hard on that boat. It was big. I tried to tell everybody that God was going to send a big flood, but they only laughed and said I was out of my mind. I just kept on working. Noah claims that at least 2 of every kind of animal will begin to board the ship in the next few days. Though the source of all these animals is uncertain, the doors will remain open until they are all safely aboard, says Captain Noah. If he is right, this will be the largest collection of wild domestic life ever gathered under one roof. So Noah did exactly as the Lord had commanded him. Do you know that Noah was 600 years old when the flood started? Noah and his family went aboard the boat to escape. With them were all various kinds of animals and birds. They came into the boat in pairs, male and female, just as God had commanded. After my family and I went into the ark, it all started to happen. Oh no! He was wrong! The frightening rain fell and the underground springs that burst upward. You should have heard the pounding of the wind and the swirling waters. Whoa! Whoa! I think we're going to be seasick. For 40 days, the floods prevailed, covering the ground and lifting the boat high above the earth. As the waters rose higher and higher above the ground, the boat floated safely on the surface. All the living things on earth died. Everything was wiped out, destroyed. And only Noah was left alive, along with all those that were with him on the boat. God sent a wind to blow across the waters, and the floods began to disappear. The underground water sources stopped gushing, and the rain stopped. After 150 days from the time the flood began, the boat came to rest on the top of a mountain. It was called Ararat. It was in Turkey, okay? 2.5 months later, as the waters continued to go down, other mountaintops began to appear. After another 40 days, Noah opened a window on the boat. Finally, Noah lifted back a cover on the boat, and he saw that the water was drying up. 2 more months went by, and at long last the earth was dry. Then God said to Noah, "Leave the boat, all of you. Release all the animals and the birds so that they can go forth and multiply and replenish the earth." Noah and his wife and his sons and their wives left the boat too. Then God made a beautiful rainbow in the sky, and he told us, "This rainbow is a reminder to you. Never again will a flood destroy the world. This is my promise." It was by faith that Noah built an ark to save his family from the flood. He obeyed God and who warned him about something that had never happened before. Noah used his shield of faith to believe God would do what he said he would do, even though this had never happened before. You know, and everyone else was around. They were making fun of him and his family, and they were teasing him about his faith. But putting your trust in God is how we fight evil with truth. So I want everybody to say that with me. You ready? I want you to say, "We fight evil with truth." You ready? We fight evil with truth. So remember, when doubts fill your mind, or when people make fun of you, or maybe they make fun of your faith, you hold up your shield and you say, "We fight evil with truth." Now, let's do our memory verse. Are you ready? Everybody, stand up. Let's get on our feet. We're going to say our memory verse 3 times. The first time through, just watch me, and I'll do the motions with it. The second time through, you repeat it after me. And then the third time, we're just going to say it all together. Here we go. Therefore, put on every piece of God's armor, so you will be able to resist the enemy in the time of evil. Then, after the battle, you will be standing firm. Ephesians 6:13. 6:13. We got that? 6:13. Now, let's repeat it after me. Therefore, are you doing the motions with me? Do it with me. Here we go. Therefore, put on every piece of God's armor, so you will be able to resist the enemy in the time of evil. Then, after the battle, you will be standing firm. Ephesians 6:13. Good. Now let's do it all together. You ready? Therefore, put on every piece of God's armor, so you will be able to resist the enemy in the time of evil. Then, after the battle, you will be standing firm. Ephesians 6:13. Good job. I'm so glad you are here today, and I had so much fun learning about the armor of God. Can't wait to see what piece we put on next week, so y'all tune in. Have a great week. Miss you. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
heaven comes to fight for me.
I'm gonna sing in the middle of the storm. Louder and louder, you're gonna hear my praises roar. Up from the ashes, hope will arise. Death is defeated, the King is alive.
I raise a hallelujah with everything inside of me. I raise a hallelujah. I will watch the darkness flee. I raise a hallelujah in the middle of the mystery. I raise a hallelujah. Fear, you lost your hold on me.
I'm gonna sing in the middle of the storm. Louder and louder, you're gonna hear my praises roar. Up from the ashes, hope will arise. Death is defeated, the King is alive. In the presence of my enemy,
Sing a little louder.
louder than the unbelief.
Sing a little louder.
My weapon is a melody.
Sing a little louder.
Heaven comes to fight for me.
Sing a little louder.
In the presence of my enemy,
Sing a little louder.
louder than the unbelief.
Sing a little louder.
My weapon is a melody.
Sing a little louder.
Heaven comes to fight for me.
Sing a little louder.
I'm gonna sing in the middle of the storm. Louder and louder, you're gonna hear my praises roar. Up from the ashes, hope will arise. Death is defeated, the King is alive.
Hey, today, guys, we're going to be making a shield of faith. Now, in order to do this, you're going to have to put on your imagination caps because you're going to be going on a scavenger hunt around your house and you're going to be looking for items that you can use to create a shield of faith. And I went into my pantry and I found some paper plates. This is just a regular old paper plate. And then I found a paper plate in there that's kind of like the platter. And I thought, ooh, that's a cool shield shape right there. And all you're going to do is take some aluminum foil. And did you know that aluminum foil comes in two colors? It comes in the shiny color and it comes in a dull color. So you get to decide which side you want to use. Do you want your shield to be shiny or do you want it to be dull? And then all you're going to do is take your paper plate and just crumble it around the edges just like that. So just go all the way around and see how that's making into a shield. And now if you want to kind of dress your shield up on this one right here, what I did was I took my hot glue gun. And you're going to need your parents' permission to use the hot glue gun because I burnt myself a couple times using this and that was not fun. So Make sure you get an adult to use this. I should have got one to use mine too, okay? And that's what I made little dots around here, and then when I covered it with the aluminum foil, it kind of left those impressions right there. I don't know if y'all can see that very well or not, but it looks really cool here. You know, if you can see it, it looks cool. And then I just took some black paint, went around it, kind of dressed it up a little bit. And then the same thing on this one, I covered it with the aluminum foil. And then I just used some ribbon because I wanted to make a cross on there. And then I just found a scrap piece of paper, and I went to my computer and I found what a shield would look like. And I traced this on here, and then I'm just going to cut it like that. And to kind of clean the edges up, just take a black marker, go around the edges, kind of make it look cool. Also hides where you traced it, so nobody will ever see those trace marks. And so I colored around there, and I wrote, God is my shield on there. And again, you can use anything, you know, you find around the house. I've got some blue duct tape. And then for a handle, you know, you got to have a handle on here. So I was just, again, going around my house, just looking at everything. And in the garage, I found this plastic thing. You know, this actually goes on sidewalk chalk bucket, but it broke. And I thought, hey, how cool is that? So I can just take this and tape it to the back of my plate just like that, and that's going to make a great shield. And you know, today I was sitting there looking at an empty milk jug too, and I thought, hey, the handle on a milk jug, that's really cool. And if you want to go really crazy, find a box. I found a box and I just opened it up. See, this was a big box right here, and I just opened it up, got a bunch of cardboard pieces, and same thing, I took my shield and of course made it bigger and traced around here. You could also use one of your paper plates to make that design at the top. And look what I did. I made a big shield. I mean, how cool is that? You'd have fun playing with that all week long. And I just used the blue tape, and I found some silver paint and painted it. And then again, with my glue gun, I made the dots around the edge, made it look like rivets. I mean, it looks so real, don't you think? And then I painted my rivets black to give it that really cool look. And then for the back, I love to drink bubbly. Y'all like bubbly drinks? Well, this is the carton that the bubbly was in. And I just used that, taped that on there for my handle. And I mean, I can play with this all week long. You know, we fight evil with truth. So hold up your shield of truth. And I want you to have fun playing with these this week, and be sure and take a picture of your shield. Just like last week you made the shoes of peace, and then a couple weeks before that we made the belt of truth. Y'all take those pictures and let's put those on Facebook and just have fun seeing everybody's creation. Have fun with it. Again, just let your imagination run wild. So y'all have a great day, and we'll see y'all again next week. Bye.